project for you today. This is actually made with Hobbii yarn, and this is such a beautiful yarn, and it's really soft, and I love the color combination. Isn't it beautiful? Pink and purple, and those are my favorite colors. And I know that this would be a really easy project for you to crochet. It's just done with a double crochet and then also with a half double crochet on the border. And I made this adorable fringe. Isn't that cute? And I've never seen anything quite like it, so I know you're really going to enjoy doing this. You don't have to make it with the fringe, but I think it's really cute. And the nice thing about this, it's kind of like a small shawl, and I actually am making it more for a scarf. So if you just take this, it's a really chunky scarf though. And I just did another video that was a knitted scarf, and it was a little bit less bulky than this. And if you want to check that out, I'll post that in the description box, and I'll also put it right here so you can click on that video. And this, you just take this. So like I said, this is more bulky than a normal scarf. So if you live in a really cold environment, this would be a really good scarf for you to make, because it's really cozy and warm. How cute is that? Hobbii Yarns was so gracious, and they sent this yarn for free, and I was able to create a project with it. Hopefully in the description box you'll see the pattern, and if you do, you can just copy and paste it there, or if you need a copy, you can also email me at sparkly160@gmail.com, and I'll just send you a PDF, or I'll insert it inside your email that you send. So look how cute this is, and it's an easy project, and it's very quick, and I know you can make these for the holidays. And so I'm trying to give you guys some ideas for knitting and crocheting. So if you click on my videos, you'll see different videos that you can make some projects with and give as gifts this year. This is easily converted into a shawl as well, and I think that you're really going to enjoy the versatility of this project. So let me show you how this goes into a shawl, just like this. So it's a little on the small side, so if you want to make a shawl only, just continue with more rows, and it will be as large as you want it to be. And then if you want it as a smaller scarf, don't make as many rows, okay? So here is the back of the shawl. Look how cute that is. So it's very versatile, so you can do whatever you want to do. You can make it into a scarf or a shawl. If you want to leave it small like I did, you could use it for both. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and let's go ahead and get started on this adorable scarf / shawl. Okay, here we go. We're gonna make this amazing shawl with this fringe. So I highly suggest, if you want a bigger size, to buy 1 to 2 more skeins, because you're gonna need it, okay? This would be really cute with a hat too to match. So if you get extra yarn and you wanna make a hat, that would be amazing. Hobbii Yarns was so gracious and sent me these beautiful yarns. These are called the World of Yarn Malaga print. And here are the specifications. It tells you exactly where to buy the yarn. It's at hobbii.com. This has 100 grams, it's 3.5 ounces, or it has 165 meters or 180 yards. The hook that I'm using is right here. This is a size F or a size 5 crochet hook, and it's 3.75 millimeters. I used 4 of these skeins, so this is 1 right here so far as I've gotten. And if I use more than the skeins that I show here, I will let you know. It's just going to end up being a smaller project if so. Okay, to start this project, what you're going to do, you are going to make a magic circle. So if you've never made a magic circle, this is what you do. You put the yarn tail in your hand, and then you wrap the yarn and you cross it over. Then you're just going to take your hook and you're going to go between the two, bring this piece underneath,
just like that. And then you're going to separate these. So you're going to take the long piece that's attached to the yarn ball, and then you're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to just pull the circle a little tighter. Just make whatever is comfortable for you to hold on to it. You're going to make 4 double crochets inside of this circle. And hold on to it, you know, a little bit snug so these aren't all loose and baggy. What you really have is 5 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and the chain 4 is 5. So you're just going to tighten that up, just like that. So this is the beginning of your little triangle at the bottom. Then what you're going to do is you're going to chain 4. And what we're going to do is we're always going to chain 4. Usually on a double crochet you're going to chain 3, but we are chaining 4 at the beginning of every single row, just so you know. Okay, you're not doing it wrong. Then you yarn over, and inside, now I'm hoping you can see this because this variegated yarn is not your best yarn to use in a video, but it's just so beautiful and I wanted you to see how to do this. So where your chain 4 is attached, you're going to go into this chain. Do you see that right here at the top of this double crochet? You're going to go a double crochet inside of that, whoops, you're going to double crochet inside of that same space. So there's 1, and then if you can see this, this is 2 double crochets now because the chain 4 is counting as your first double crochet, and this is your second. You're going to yarn over and you're going to go back into that space again. So you want 3 double crochets inside of the beginning of the row and at the end of the row. And then so you're going to yarn over and you're going to go into the next space. So you're going to double crochet all the way across until you get to that last chain. So there's 1, and there's another one. This is number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you go right in here. So I don't want you guys to get confused, so this is why I'm taking my time explaining, because you're going to do this through the whole entire shawl. And then you're going to have this double crochet right here. You're going to go into that one, and you're going under both loops. If you want a little variation on the pattern, you can go into the front loop or the back loop and make a ridge. But for this pattern, I'm not going to be doing that. But if you want to, you're totally fine doing that. Then you're going to yarn over, and your last double crochet is going to be into this chain right here. So you have that chain 4. All you're going to do is you're going to go into this chain right here. You're just going to put 2 strands underneath. I know you can't really see it because it's variegated, but you just go right under there. You're going to have those strands. Can you see those right here on top? And do a double crochet. And now you're going to do 2 more in that same space because you want 3 at the end and 3 at the beginning to make it even. So that is 2, yarn over, and you're doing all of those in that same space on the end. So that is in your chain space. So what you're making is a little triangle. So when you're at the end, you're going to chain 4. You're going to turn it over, and then you're going to do 2 more double crochets inside of that same chain space. Okay, just like that. Can you see that? And then you're just going to double crochet across. In the top of the chain at the end, you're going to put 3 more double crochets. So it's really easy. Once you figure it out, you're not going to have any problem. And this is a great worsted weight yarn. You can use any yarn that you want that's a worsted weight or smaller. You just need to know that you have to buy enough yarn to complete your project. So I'm at the end and I'm just going to go into that top of that chain 4 and I'm going to do 3 double crochets. That's 2 and 3. And as you can see, it works up pretty quickly. When I'm a little bit further, I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you what that looks like. I have about 27 rows right here, and this is really just a small sample of what the whole thing is going to look like. If you're interested in purchasing this yarn, the description box will have all the details for you to order. If you live in the United States, it takes a few weeks to get this yarn, but it is so beautiful and so worth it. I highly recommend it. I'm going to be adding another skein because I ran out. So really what you want to do is find the end of these yarns and see which one is going to match better with the current yarn that is on your project. Now I need to find the end, of course. Ends are never easy to find, and this one doesn't tell you which end it's on. So just try to dig in there. Sometimes what I like to do to find the end is just stick a crochet hook in there and just pull and see what comes out. Okay, so this looks like the purple could be close to the center. So let me come back when I have the purple. Okay, so I'm back, and luckily for me, it matches pretty well with the color that was already on here. So the best thing to do is always, you know, if you have a variegated color, is to just stop before you start at the beginning. If you know you only have a little amount of yarn left, just don't crochet across, just cut the yarn and start with a new skein at the beginning. Where's the beginning? So I'll show you, like on this one right here, I just changed color at the end of the row just because I didn't have much left, and so I just tied it off there, and then I started with my new skein for the new row. But here, just in case you do this, if you're not using a solid color, just to make it flow better, you're just gonna want to use something that's gonna match. So I was lucky enough that the middle of this one had the purple. So I'm just leaving off from where, I'm just starting where I left off. So to change your yarn, you're just gonna yarn over like you're gonna do the double crochet. You're gonna pull through once, pull through twice, and then on this last one, you're gonna use the new yarn to pull through. So then you're just gonna pull through like that. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna put these two tails together, and then you're just going to crochet over them, just like you normally would crochet. So just keep it kind of taut and just lay it right there on the top and just continue with your double crochets. See how I'm going over it? And that way you don't have to weave in your ends. It's gonna make it so much easier for you to do it this way. Then you don't have to go back over with a needle. This project is really fun. It's just so relaxing because you're not really having to count except for the first 3 and the last 3. And I hope you're enjoying this, and I'll see you when I get to the finished size. And then I'll let you know how many double crochets I have across my last row. So I'm at the end. I have 187 stitches that I ended on. You might have more because you might want a bigger shawl, but this is as big as mine is going to get. And I'm going to cut off this last skein of yarn. This is how much yarn I have. You're going to use your yarn needle, and you're just going to weave in your ends. So to do this border, you need to count your rows. So this was your first row where you started with your foundation, and then this was row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5. So everywhere you have a ridge, that indicates where you have a row. So for this, what I want you to do is to start at the top of a row, right around here. Now you can probably start anywhere you want, but this is where I'm going to start. And then I'm just going to take my yarn, wrap it around my hook, pull it through, and then I'm going to secure it with the long tail. To me, that's the most secure way to put on your yarn, so you don't have to tie it in a knot. Then what you're going to do, you're going to chain 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 14, 15. And I know this is going to get a little tedious, but it's going to be worth it. So just hang in there with me. You can make these a little shorter if you want. If you want to do 10, that's fine. You don't have to do 15, but I just wanted it kind of long. So then what you're going to do is you're going to go into the third chain from the hook. You're going to yarn over, and you're going to go into this area, which is like the V area, and then you're going to put 2 strands of yarn on your hook. You're going to pull through once, yarn over, pull through again. So we're making a half double crochet. Yarn over, go into the next stitch where the V is, which is right, where is it? Right here. Yarn over, pull through, and pull through all 3. Yarn over, go into that V with 2 strands, yarn over, and pull through all 3. So you're making it like this. So that's the half double crochet. So then you're going to do that all the way to the base, and then once we get there, I'll show you what to do. Okay, so I'm at the last stitch, and I just did all of them to the last one, but this is the one that we put as the base stitch with the short tail, with the long tail. That's where we joined it. So all you're going to do is go into this next stitch right here with 2 strands on top, yarn over, pull through with a slip stitch. So you're joining it like that. So it's basically joined in that row of double crochets. So it's almost like an extension of it, but with a half double crochet. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go into the top of that row. So here's the ridge, and you're going to go into that space right there. Wait, where is it? Look, okay, so you have a chain 3 at this one. So we're going to slip stitch over to 2 spaces, just like that. So you do have this chain 3 right here, which is fine. You can go in there. And then we're going to do this again. So you're going to chain 15. So there's 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to bore you with that. Chain 15, you're going to do the same exact thing that you did on this one, and then I'll show you how to join at the point. I'm slip stitching into the point, and then I'm going to pull through with the slip stitch. Okay, so then you're going to do the same thing. So you're going to have this into like this, like one section's going to go over here and one section's going to go over here. It's not going to hang straight down from the point. And then I'm going to slip stitch into the top of this row right here. Oops, don't want to catch it. I'm going to slip stitch at the top of that row like that. So let me show you what this looks like. So here is the point. So these are the 4 points that they fan around the point, but I just split it off into 2 sections. So all you're going to do is add your 15, then you're going to slip stitch into the next one, 15, slip stitch, same all the way around. And when you get to the corner, you're just going to stop at this corner. And this is 1/2 of the shawl. And what do you think? I know it's a little different, but I think they're kind of fun. I can't wait to see what it looks like when it's done, and then I can try it on for you. I'm still kind of questioning this, like, is it a good border or not a good border? So I don't know if I've ever really seen anything like it, but I think it kind of adds a fun kind of curly look to it. And then once you get to the end like this, what you're going to do is you're just going to do the last chain, and then you're going to weave this end in. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this off right about here, and then I'll just weave it right up into this fringy part. So let me go ahead and do that. So give me your opinion, you guys. Let me know what you think of this. Does it look ugly, or is it something you think that you would like to try? The thing is it is different, so I have to give that some credit. And I did just create this on my own. I have, you know, I don't think I've ever seen one, but if you have, let me know. And so all I'm going to do is weave in my ends like this, right up the side. And then of course you're going to want to go back down, or you can go across into this other side like that, kind of hide it inside of there, and then maybe weave it back on the other side like this. So just use your best judgment and weave that in, and you're never gonna see it, so that is a good place to hide it. And just give it a little tug, and then what you're gonna do is you're going to go to the other side, and you can either start here, which is what I would do, because you want to keep it the same side up that you started on. So I mean, you could start here if you want, but I think it's probably best if we just start at the top and work our way down. So what you're going to do is you're going to attach it with your new yarn. And again, I connect with my short end of my yarn. It just makes it more stable. And then you can go ahead and repeat what you did on the other side with your chain 15. So 3, 18, 15, and then just go ahead and repeat everything until you get to the bottom of the next side, and then you're going to just weave it off and you're going to be all done. So when I'm all finished with this, I'll come back and I'll show you. Happy crocheting! I hope you like this video. So I am on my last fringe, and all you're going to do is connect it with a slip stitch to the very first one that you made. And then you're just going to weave in all of your ends. So let me go ahead and do that, and then I am going to show you what this beautiful shawl looks like. And look at those colors. They are just gorgeous. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And here is the fringe. Look how fun. I love this. I think it's so cool. So I think this would be beautiful in a solid color as well, and it would just be very, like, I don't know, maybe boho chic or something. But look how beautiful.
I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for joining me, and don't forget to subscribe and like, because your subscribe and likes help to share my video with others. And I think that this is a really wonderful project to share because it's so easy to crochet. So hope to see you next time. Take care. God bless. Bye.